In a world where every year arrives with a new gadget, it can feel like love is keeping a slower pace, careful and patient. The way a familiar song returns just when you need it most. Tonight, we're not chasing the latest headline specs. Not chasing the flash of a dazzling display or the brag of a millimeter-thin chassis. Tonight we're looking for something more intimate. How to spot the future in the devices we hold today. And how those future ideas might glow in our own hearts as we navigate everyday challenges and choose to trust again. If you've ever stood in a store aisle and wondered what your next phone could do for you, you're not alone. The truth is, a smartphone isn't just a tool. It's a promise. A promise that the person you are today can meet the person you could become tomorrow. With a little help from a little magic, that quiet, imperfect magic that happens when someone remembers your favorite song. Or when a camera captures a moment you didn't know you needed until you saw it again later. So let us look beyond the glossy screens and clever chips and ask, what features aren't there yet but could be? The ones that might quietly change how you fall in love with your own life all over again? SFX, Soft_Breeze, 2 inches 2025. The most meaningful features are often the ones that blend with your rhythm. Not the ones that steal the show. It starts with something simple, reliability. A phone that wakes with you at dawn. That keeps a charge through the long hours of work. Calls you back when you need to hear a familiar voice. And silences the noise when you need quiet. Imagine a device that learns the cadence of your day, the moments of balance and the moments of turbulence, and offers gentle prompts, not loud alarms. A reminder, not a demand, a suggestion, not a command. That's where the future begins. With respect for your time and space. With a respect that feels like care. SFX, Heartbeat, 3, and then there is connection. The invisible thread that makes romance possible in this modern world. The future is not only about sharper images or faster speeds. It's about turning technology into a bridge rather than a barrier. Think about a camera that reads the room and records what your heart is trying to tell you quietly, respectfully, letting the moment breathe. A device that takes the pressure off the perfection you chase and rewards the honesty you bring. It's a smartphone that understands when you want a video you'll share later. And when you want a picture kept just for yourself. A private memory that glows softly on a quiet screen. SFX, Camera_Click, 1, but let us talk practicalities, the ways you actually spot the future in today's phones, not rumors from a rumor mill. First, notice the software that feels less like an interface and more like a conversation. If a system anticipates your needs with gentle, almost telepathic touches, predictive texting that respects your tone, adaptive brightness that reads the room without turning everything into glare, and privacy controls that empower you rather than confuse you, that's a sign of thoughtful engineering. It's the difference between a tool you use and a partner who understands when to listen and when to speak. Second, pay attention to how a brand treats resilience. A future-ready device is one that endures the small storms of life, accidental drops, long-haul commutes. A day spent chasing buses and deadlines. It doesn't pretend those challenges don't happen. It builds durability into its core with software updates that don't erase your memories. A battery that stretches the day. And a repairability story you can trust. When you feel that, you feel a tether back to what you already have. Strengthened rather than threatened by the new. SFX, Soft_Chime, 2/3, observe camera and imaging evolution as a romance of light. The next era isn't only about more pixels, it's about smarter light and smarter storytelling. Features that reduce busy work for you while amplifying your voice, color accuracy that speaks your truth. Dynamic range that respects both the brightest sun and the gentle glow of a candle. And stabilization that keeps your most candid moments in focus even as life swirls around you. It's not about capturing the perfect moment alone. It's about enabling the imperfect moment to become a cherished memory you return to, year after year. Fourth, consider how devices handle health and well-being in a humane way. The future isn't about policing you, it's about supporting you. Subtle nudges that encourage a break when you've been scrolling too long, gentle reminders to hydrate. Mindful prompts that help you wind down, all without intruding. A phone that partners with your goals, not a device barking orders from the edge of the night. This is where romance with technology feels like companionship. You feel seen, not surveilled. SFX, notification_ping. Let us zoom in on a couple of practical features you can spot right now. And how they whisper about tomorrow. 1. On-device AI that learns from your behavior without crossing lines of privacy. It's the quiet sort of intelligence that helps you draft a message you're nervous to send. Suggests a route that avoids traffic when you're late to meet someone you care about. And curates a photo album that feels like a story you want to reread. 2. Robust repair ecosystems. A world where swapping a screen or replacing a battery doesn't require surrendering your memories. Where repair is simple and affordable. Where companies take responsibility rather than leave you to struggle. 3. Inclusive design that honors diverse hands, eyes, and stories. Features that work for everyone. Including features that adapt to various accessibility needs and preferences. So every heartbeat finds a rhythm with the device. SFX, clock_tick. 2. If you're searching for that spark in 2025 smartphones. Listen for the moments when the marketing pitch fades away and the product speaks for itself through lived experience. When you read reviews that talk about how a phone fits into a morning ritual coffee, a quick scroll. A playlist that soothes you after a long day, you're hearing the future reveal itself. It's not about flaunting new hardware alone. It's about how a device becomes a quiet partner in your life. A tangible extension of your hopes. A steady presence during storms. Let me tell you a story to anchor this idea. A woman, busy yet hopeful, buys a phone that promises better battery life. It saves her from the panic of a dead device during a crucial call with a family member away on a difficult week. The camera isn't just a tool. It's a confidant that captures the soft lines of a smile after reassuring words spoken late at night. The screen's reflexes respond to her touch with a gentleness that feels like a reassuring hand on her shoulder. In time, these small, thoughtful touches become the reasons she believes in new chapters, because the device wasn't a promise of perfection. It became a companion that helped her show up for herself and others with steadier courage. SFX, soft_silence. 3. Now, how do you translate that feeling into your next purchase? Start with a simple checklist built around your everyday life, not on specs alone. Ask, will this phone ease my mornings without stealing my focus? Will it protect my memories without shriveling my privacy? Will it invite me to slow down when I need to, or to act decisively when I must? If the answers glow with a warm yes, you're probably looking at a device that is already whispering about the future. Even if the current Model S name is still the same. Think about the social momentum of smartphones in romance, too. Communication has evolved in the last decade. And the best devices now support connection without pressure. They enable long-distance tenderness through quiet, meaningful moments. A voice note that arrives just when a busy day needs a gentle lift. A photo that captures a shared joke you can revisit whenever you miss someone. A reminder that love isn't just a feeling but a practice you choose to nurture every day. A future-ready phone isn't the romance of grand gestures. It's the romance of consistent, supportive presence. The kind that makes room for both independence and intimacy. SFX, door_open_through. 2. As you move through the aisles of options and read the specs that catch your eye, remember this. Future features aren't always loud. Sometimes they arrive as a soft invitation to trust again. They show up in the way a phone learns your routine without intruding. In the way you can customize experiences to honor your pace. And in the way your device respects your boundaries while still opening doors to wonder. The best devices in 2025 will feel like partners who understand your boundaries, celebrate your wins, and help you rise after a setback with a little more grace. If you're listening for a single thread to pull through this whole vision, here it is. The next generation of smartphones will be defined not by a single breakthrough, but by a constellation of considerate design choices that harmonize with human rhythms. They'll be the kind of technology that makes your life feel bigger, not heavier, more connected, not more frazzled, and more capable of loving well, even through the daily demands you face. SFX, soft_background_music, for so, as you look ahead to 2025. Walk with curiosity and choose with intention. Look for those features that blend into your story rather than rewrite it. Notice when a phone becomes an ally in your growth. When it helps you keep your promises to others and to yourself. Gather your patience, because real progress rarely rushes in with fireworks. It arrives, gently. Like the first note of a favorite song after a long silence, ready to be listened to, cherished, and woven into a future you believe in. And if you ever doubt whether love and technology can share a hopeful horizon, listen again to this quiet truth. The future belongs to those who keep faith with small, steady steps. The path toward a truly remarkable smartphone, one that respects your heart as much as your hand, starts today. With eyes open to possibility and a heart open to wonder. When you spot a feature that truly serves you, you are indeed